Okay, we're gonna be talking about today energy management system, which is easily and intelligently manage your power system. So the content of this webinar today is energy management system and futures, energy management components, and then the management, and then device operation. So energy management system and futures are the web and app, the server, internet, dongles, and devices. Uh, Features, uh, the online monitoring and app. Uh, it's a free real-time monitoring, remote setting and update, multi-servers, and one entrance. There are different account level management, detailed inverter, and battery running info. Local data can be stored and uploaded later. Second is the energy management system components, which is the dongles. Um, Currently we have four dongles. There's two Wi-Fi, one with the newer version is with Bluetooth function. The third is the 4G and 2G dongles, and then the WLAN dongle. The newer dongle, the smaller one, cannot be used with the older inverters. I believe it's the third generation. Uh, Also, if you're using a 4G or 2G, you might wanna need to get more details before purchasing because some countries have different SIM card and some country doesn't support 2G service. Third is accounts. The setting and configuration are different from distributors, installers, and end users. So distributor is the highest one. It can create sub-distributor, installer. It can edit, remove station or dongles, edit users, and then monitoring and settings. Installer have create end user account, edit, remove station or dongles, and monitoring and settings. The last but least, the end user, it can only edit station and dongles, and they can monitoring and settings through app and website. Counts. Lux Power will help distributors to create distributor account and give installer code. Distributors need to create sub-distributor or installer account and give installer code. End user will input installer code when they register, so distributor and installer can see the system. So yeah, the easiest way to register customers is by using the app and just you can just bind your installer code. Management, energy management. Servers. Okay, sometimes during registration, most of the the during the registration, some are goes to Asia server. So some people ask to move it to North America server because it's better and it's faster. Um, if you can you can change the server. If you see the dongle setting on the bottom under maintenance page, then all you have to do is you click the arrow down. Let me show it to you. So so under maintenance, so on the bottom, you press this and then you select North America and then you press set. That's how you move site from other servers. Users um, types. There are different types of users. You can do different operation. So you can for end user you can set only read out account, and then you can also if they register the wrong server, you can change the cluster, and then you can also remove a station from one end user to another end user. So which means you can from other installer you can move it to another installer account under end user. Registration. So yeah, you can either do it on the Lux app or on the website registration. Station management. So this is where you create a station or edit the info. You can also put a station for the new end user. Um, so this is I can show it how you do it. So you under web interface, you go configuration. Is can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it fine.
Okay, thank you. So
Not seeing it. I don't, all I see is it says Lux Power and that's it.
you're not seeing the
All I
hold on.
see is it says LuxpowerTek.
That's kind of funny because I can see below it. I can see the whole demonstration, but yeah.
So anybody, because I'm looking at it, you should be seeing my screen.
I can see your screen. It says register account, Lux Power, and the website.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I can see it all just fine too.
Okay. Should we continue?
I'm not seeing it. Working on seeing if there's something else. Okay, I figured out a way to see it, but it disappears all of you, which I guess is fine.
Okay. So to create a station, I can share to you how to do it. So you on their website, you can go under configuration, you add the station, and then you fill up the station, which is where the installation gonna be. And then next one is to put a station to an end user. So all you gotta do is if you're on the station, oops, wrong one. So under username, if you if you wait, hold on, let me. So if you change the, I mean, if you put the station, this is how you select the station for the user end user. You just click the station and then you click save. That's so under this end user gonna be it will be showing the two station. The other one is to send selected notice to email. Same thing under configuration, user, and then I'm sorry, station, management, and then is it no no not that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's what's the is it no? I'm sorry, one second. Uh, oh yeah, this one, notice. I'm sorry. It's under station. So if you want to receive through email, if any notice or fault on the inverter, it can take up to 2 emails. And also, if you want to bind an end user, a station, all you have to do is under station, you click bind to end user. That's how you bind it. Or if also the app what do you call that? It can send you on a notification if there's a you can do notification through the app if there's a grid power outage, which is the no AC connection warning, or you can also notification for a battery SOC uh, falling below a certain SOC on the battery. And also if you register your station for the weather update notification, you will also notify you. This is how you do it. You just click it and then you press edit after. Next one, Dango and device management. Um, for Dango, in order to remove or unbind it from a existing station, the dongle must be offline. If you're changing to a different station, the dongle must be I believe it's on. The dongle must be on or online. Devices need to check which server it is in. If it shows, or second is able to remove the server. So it's to remove a dongle, um, and this is how you unbind to. You just click remove it. That's how you unbind if you you made a mistake on the registration when you register the dongle. All you have to do is click remove under dongle, and then edit is when you change the station. So if you made a new station, for example, if I make a station, let's just say Lux, um, add. So for example, if I want to move this dongle, this one, it's currently on my GRV LuxPower 12K. If I want to move it to the newer one, you just select it and then press edit. And then you have to wait like 2 minutes, I believe, until you see it online again. Uh, yeah, same thing, able to remove to the server. Next one is device operation. So there are 5 in device operation. One is monitoring. This is the monitoring system, the main page, offering real-time data on energy, production, and consumption. You can easily view the current system status, electricity generation, power consumption, and trends through intuitive charts and graphs. So, which is on this part. So you see everything, solar, battery, discharge, and if you click it, goes to charge. Feed in, this is the export. Import is the import from the grid, and this is the house consumption. So this is the PV output, battery charging. This is the house consumption at the moment, and this is the grid. So this side has 2 inverters. My test system. So I have 2 6K on this. And you can see this is our PV input and the wattage. This is primary and slave. On the bottom is the graph for I believe this is 12 hours. And the bottom part is the monthly. So this is what everyday production. So you can see all your solar production, battery, export, import, and your consumption. Data. Data page is the design for view detailed historical data and analysis. Here you can review energy production and consumption over a specific period, conduct data comparison, trend analysis, and performance evaluation. Data is should under data. So there's there's 5 data chart. So this is where you see your PV voltage, PV1, PV2, the wattage. On the right side is the SOC, battery voltage, charge power, and discharge power. On the bottom side, this is the AC side or the grid utility. This is the grid voltage. Uh, this is a power to grid, which is the export, and power from the grid is the import power. Right side is this is about all the backup output, which is off grid mode, frequency, the output of the inverters, and then we're gonna go to energy. So energy, this is you can view it as a month, year, and total. So on the right side, this is the PV all kilowatt, PV1, PV2. This is the inverter with the total output per daily. ERAC is I believe this is for if you're charging from the grid. This is the charge, the daily charge. Discharge, backup power means off-grid mode. This is the energy to grid, the export, and this is the import. This is what energy you pull out from the grid. We're gonna skip data. We're gonna go event. Event is this is all the fault or notice code history from the inverter. Data is this is where you mostly do the diagnostic if there's something wrong with the inverter or phone. Probably in the next webinar or whatever, we can go through this, but usually it collect everything inside the inverter. And most of the time, this is where we look to diagnose the problem. And local data is on the inverter. Next one, configuration. The configuration page allow you to view station, inverters, dongle, and user account associated with your account You can also access operation record from this section. I believe we went through this already under configuration. So everything is station, dongles, devices, and users. It says, yep. Overview. The overview page provides a summary of your PON station and overall operation status of your inverters. It includes error notification and debugging record for the inverters. Under overview, so yep, it will show you the current production, charge power, and discharge. It tells you what is the total solar yield, discharging, and feed energy, consumption, energy. Under device overview, this will tell you if it's in parallel or just a single inverter. So this two is in parallel, and this is just one. Maintenance page. The maintenance page for the system is a maintenance management. You can perform operations such as devices, configuration, firmware, updates. It is ensure stable operation and efficiency performance of the system. So under maintenance page, this is where all so this is mostly where you can do all the settings, update, and a lot more. Yeah. Uh, okay. Under remote set, hold on. Let me check something else. Okay. Yeah, this is mostly where the setting you can do most of the setting. It depends your account. End user gonna be limited. Distributor should have more setting than an installer account. Set record. This is where you can tell if someone changed the setting. You can tell by the username. So if someone messed with this setting, inverter setting, you can tell who, except if they did it on the screen on the inverter. Uh, Weather optimize. I never tried this yet. I think it's still in beta right now. Remote update. So sometimes this is tricky when you do there's a couple inverters on it. Just make sure you click the right inverter when you do update. Usually you go on the station and then you click the station. So it's only gonna show the inverter that is bind to that station. Most of the time you always use a standard update. So my inverter right now is up to date. If you want to see the change log on every firmware happen, I mean change log, all you have to do is click this one, check more, and it will open up another. It shows what is the firmware has been changed. Um, Battery update right now only uh finite ESS battery we can update through remotely. Believe pretty soon gonna be EG4 battery. And next one, update record. This is the update record. So if someone update your mistakenly update your inverter, you can tell who did it under this username, and you can tell when they did it. Because sometimes it happens. You are compliant. This is I believe if you need to print it for the utility to see it, you just press export, and then next one, device operation. So this is the home page. I believe I showed already. Um, yeah. So anyone know how to use this favorite station? So what you do is um you can save it so you can easily select let me log out. So what it does is you can easily go through a different station. All you have to do is add to this, and you can see it. I have a lot because I do a lot of them every day, mostly. So you just click it and you can access it right away. So you don't have to, but since you're on your station, it should be easy, but yes, sometimes all you have to do is click this one and you can find the station. To add a station, you copy the station name under configuration, and then you search for the station name, and then click station management, and then you just click favorites, and then you confirm. That's how you add to this favorite station. Um, Recently we add a start generation exercise. So what it does is it will start the generator for 20 minutes and it will shut off after 20 minutes. Also we have start quick charge, which is quick charge the battery for about 1 hour. Start battery backup. This is will initiate the battery to backup mode, which is it will charge the battery to 100% and it will keep it at 100%. Um, Also, we recently updated the interface design for remote setting, dividing the setting into online, section. So this is the old setting. The newer one is the on the right side, working mode. So after you click read, so first is the device information. Let's check. It's taking so long. Anyway, this is can only use for 12K, not with the 6K. Only 8 to 12K only. Okay, first device station. This will tell you the time, Modbus address, maintenance count, firmware, the LCD password and serial, uh, mode setting, uh, application setting. So it's this is the basic setting. What is the general EPS output, protection setting, and the grid cell. Um, Probably everyone knows about this already. Uh, and then under advanced setting, this is for the parallel setting, protection setting, the CT, and the PV setting. Um, Next one is the working mode setting. Um, okay. Currently, the machine operation mode is set to self-consumption mode. Different operation mode corresponding to the different settings. Some battery-related settings are controlled by the separate section called battery settings. For a specific instruction on how to operate, please refer to our previous training session where we covered the topic. You can also find relevant video on LuxpowerTek official video. I'll show you which mine has different setting. So this is the active mode setting. So mine, my peak shaving is between 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. and during my off-peak time, which I use the inverter to charge my battery from 8 to 6 p.m. And then I use charge priority between 5 to 6, I mean 6 to 7, so I don't discharge the battery. And then after 7, I continue using a peak shaving. So if you want a self-consumption mode, all you gotta do is you disable everything and it will set it to consumption mode. You disable peak shaving, backup mode, AC charge, PV charge. So if I disable it, everything is gonna change. See, it goes to self-consumption mode if everything is disabled. I think this is most everybody want. They wanna use the PV first, uh, battery, and then the grid. Is the gonna put back my setting. So this way, it's made it easier to use it. Because when you click it, you wanna do backup mode, you just click it. Same thing on the rest. And you do your setting. Next one. Battery settings. Here, the battery setting directly influence the relevant setting for the working mode mentioned above. Okay. So battery setting. So battery type, you can pick three type, no battery, lead acid, or lithium. And you pick your lithium brand. Uh, so if you're using lead acid, make sure you use volt instead of SOC. Same thing as the discharge control, charge control or discharge control. If you're using lithium, make sure you use SOC. If your battery cannot support 200 amp, 250 amp, you have to adjust over here, discharge current limit. Same thing under charge limit. If your battery cannot charge, um, 250 amp, and then you adjust over here. Um, um, this one, everybody get confused on this one. So on-grid cutoff SOC, this is when your battery falls below and there's SOC. The inverter will switch to bypass mode using the grid. This is only if you have a grid input. If you have an off-grid cutoff, um, you have to worry about this. You should always set the off-grid cutoff SOC where the battery can still stay on without turning off the inverter. Because some battery doesn't wake up when the PV come up, come up in the morning or when you first charge. So you want to set this where the inverter can stay on. Uh, Generator setting. Uh, Due to three different functions of a hybrid inverter independent generator port, we have categorized the setting accordingly when operating. Please adjust the setting based on the actual object connected to the inverter interface. Please note that only function can be enabled at the time, and it must be precisely matched to the object connected. So what it means, we have three functions on the generator port. You can use generator, AC coupled, or smart load. I believe we talked about how to set this up the last webinar. Also, if you're using a smart load while connected to the grid, um, I find a way to use this. So if you have like a heavy appliances like compressor, um, uh, big AC, like 5 ton, 4 ton. Um, so what it does is during the power outage, it will automatically turn off um, the smart load. So basically, your whatever on your backup panel will be still on, but on the smart load, it can turn it off if the grid is out. Also, AC coupling, I hear a lot of question about this. If your battery is less than 10 kilowatts, the maximum AC couple can be connected is 12 kilowatts. If you have more than 10 kilowatts, then you can um you can put AC couple up to 21.6 kilowatts. Just yeah, maximum is 90 amp at 240 volts. Uh, Grid setting. Grid setting, basically, this is where you put your grid profile, the frequency and everything. Connect time. Connect time is this is usually this is when the like a setting. Wait for the this is when the solar start to produce power when you went back to the if the inverter connected to the grid. Usually you keep this at 300 seconds. I think that's recommended. But you can see mine is lower than that because this is my test station. Um, Reconnect times with the latest firmware. So if you set this 60 seconds, um, I believe before it will wait 60 seconds before the inverter uh, reconnected to the grid, where it is better than before. Because before, I believe once the grid come back, the inverter reconnect itself as soon it sends the grid. Power command, we usually don't mess with this. We just leave it. Same thing on the grid protection. We only play with this one if you know what you're doing. But if not, you can just leave it alone. It should work most of the time with the current setting. Manufacturer setting. Um, this one, I don't know if I'm not sure if everybody has access this one. I believe not. Um, so sometimes if your battery voltage and the inverter voltage is not synced together, you have to let us know so we can correct it through remotely. So we have to match it like a calibration. That's basically it. Dongle. So under dongle, I think most of the account can only see a reset to factory, but also on this side, I input interval. This is the amount of time before it record the data. So right now, 300 seconds is 5 minutes. That's the minimum. I mean the minimum, and the server IP and port. And this is where you move site or station from other server. So you just click North America, and then you press that device update. Um, so you can update the inverter 3. You can do it online, app, or we have a software. You can install it your laptop if internet is not if you cannot access internet, then you can use the we call it a Y local update. Um, yeah, usually with the app, we usually use the standard update. Um, for some reason, under remote update, there's a update and standard update. Sometimes we do test update. So what we do is we choose the update and we upload it, and that's when we use update beside a standard update. Or you want to downgrade the update. That's when you use normal update or update. Uh, this is the weather optimize. I never had time to play with this, but basically you have to set your location, and you have to set the maximum SOC the inverter will charge it. Uh, it's according to the weather. I think that's it. Um, do you guys have any question?
Why would you ever want the state of charge to be less than full?
I'm sorry.
Why would you ever want the state of charge to be less than full?
I think some people believe that they believe that if you charge it below 100%, the battery will last longer. That's what everybody think about it. That's what everybody think about battery when you, because some people asked me already, they only wanted to charge the battery to up to 90%.
Hmm.
But in my opinion, if you use your battery daily, you should charge it to 100%. That is my only opinion.
Yeah, I would think that if you had a quite large battery and you're barely only using the top 20% every day, so you're charging from 80 to 100 every day, it would be better to, cycle around from
Yeah,
60 to 80. But if the
that's
next day is going to be cloudy, then yeah, you want to charge it right, or you're going to get like 3 cloudy days, then you're going to want to charge it right full to get your maximal potential. But
yes.
yeah.
And that's true between both the lead acid and the lithium ion.
Um, well, some people use the lead acid mode, but they have a lithium battery. The only thing is when it reach the absorb point, it will go to what you call it, float mode, which is lower than the maximum voltage or the absorb. I believe it's same thing when you're on lithium mode. when it reaches to 100%, the percent is still 100%, but the voltage it's drop.
So
It's
Yeah,
dropped.
generally, I believe lead acid like to be held at a higher state of charge, where lithium, it can be damaging. If they're held at a high state of charge for like, a week or so, they don't tend to like it as much.
got it. And then with these systems that are grid intertied, do they ever need to be equalized?
Not the lithium batteries. They
Or if
have
it's
an
a
inbuilt balancer that does that.
Gotcha.
Yes, only lead acid can be equalized, not lithium.
I see. I had some questions earlier and I couldn't figure out why you couldn't hear me, but it was because I had to press OK. That thing was being recorded. So I couldn't hear myself. And
I'm sorry, what was your
I do
question?
remember though, on the maintenance page, or no, on the main page, you were saying that there was a page that you'd go to look at to see if you were doing diagnosis. And I was just wondering, kind of what is the first things to look for when you're diagnosing on a page that's full of
Well,
overwhelming
it,
amount of information.
it depends on the code or the fault, and we have to look on our book, and then that's what tell me where to look.
Is that book available to installers?
Data.
Well, you said you look under your book as to where to look, but I was just wondering if that book.
Yeah. I'll post it on the. Are you on the group
Group chat,
the
yeah.
North America? I can post it over there, but usually it will tell you under event. It tells you which one is it. So that's where we look. Like yeah, same thing. We have this it just tell you this the event, and that's where we look. So like the frequency out of range. So we go under data, and then we look on the frequency if it's abnormal or not, and that's how we find out.
Yeah, no,
Usually it tells you on the status side. That's the currently it tells you if there's a fault on it. Um, are we good? Do we have any more question?
Is there I'll just preface this that I'm kind of got thrown into this. I work for someone who had an install, and the installer just fell off the face of the planet and won't return calls and hasn't been available. And so I'm just trying to help the clients, basically act as the client and be here and trying to understand their system to help them, work it properly and make sure that it's running properly. So my question is if there is an end user video or something that I can watch to kind of fill in all the blanks that are missing for myself and the client.
What do you mean? Like a setting? How to set
No,
the
I mean,
system?
like the person came and installed the system and never showed us anything about it. And so, and it's been having problems. And so I'm trying to learn how to monitor the system and how to understand. And I mean, I see some of what you did, what you've done here. Unfortunately, the first 10 minutes of this, I didn't get to see your screen. I couldn't
Okay.
see it. So I was kind of in the dark and probably was, the orientation that I needed for a lot of the rest of the stuff you were showing. But yeah, just as an end user, is there like a YouTube video or something
Well,
that I can go to that can basically say, start here and learn your system?
so after this webinar, it will be uploaded to our YouTube web page. Or
Okay.
if you're on the
What
group
is the
chat,
YouTube page?
um
Yeah.
let me get it for you. So if you're on the group chat too, I will post the orientation, I mean the whatever I did today, and you can take a look at it. The presentation that I made today, you can yeah.
Review it. Okay, great. And it looks like there's a bunch of other videos to watch. Great. That'll be helpful.
Um it, you can just search LuxPower under YouTube, and it will show.
I'm seeing that. Thank you. Great.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, señor. Do you speak Spanish?
I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't speak Spanish.
Okay. Where can I see the videos in Spanish?
That's a good question. It's I'm not sure if they're gonna do a Spanish on this version, but if you can watch it again, you can go to our YouTube web page